Hey friends, this is Miss Lisa at the Anderson County Library. I am so glad you could join us today. We are going to do a few storytime activities, and we're going to start with a song, and it is called When the Animals Get Up in the Morning. And I have some animals here. What kind of animal is this? That's right, it's a dog. And what sound does a dog make? Woof, woof. So we're going to slap our thighs. When the dog gets up in the morning, it always says good day. When the dog gets up in the morning, it always says good day. It says woof, 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 woof. That is what it says. It says woof, 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 woof. That is what it says. Very good. Oh, look what else I have. What is this? That's right, it's a sheep. And what sounds does a sheep make? Bah! Slap our thighs again. When the sheep get up in the morning, it always says good day. When the sheep get up in the morning, it always says good day. It says bah, 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 bah. That is what it says. It says bah, 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 bah. That is what it says. Very good. Oh, look what else I have. Oh, what is that? That's right, it's a cow. What sounds a cow make? Moo! Very good. Slap her thighs again. When the cow gets up in the morning, it always says good day. When the cow gets up in the morning, it always says good day. It says moo, 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 moo. That is what it says. It says moo, 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 moo. That is what it says. Very good. I have one more animal. Oh, what is this? What is that? It's a frog. And what sound does a frog make? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Very good. So one more time, let's slap our thighs. When the frog gets up in the morning, it always says good day. When the frog gets up in the morning, it always says good day. It says ribbit, 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 ribbit. That is what it says. It says ribbit, 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 ribbit. That is what it says. Very good, my friends. Have you ever looked at the sky and looked at the clouds in the sky and thought that they maybe look like an object or a shape? The next story I want to share with you is called Little Cloud by Eric Carle. Big cloud drifted across the sky, and little cloud trailed behind. Big cloud drifted upward and around and out of sight. And little cloud drifted downward, and he became a sheep. Because sheep and clouds sometimes look alike. And then little cloud turned into, what is that? It's right, an airplane. Because often little cloud saw airplanes flying through the clouds. And then little cloud turned into a shark, because little cloud once saw a shark through the waves of the ocean. Then little cloud turned into, what are those? What do they look like? Two trees, because little cloud loved trees because they never moved and they were always the same. Then little cloud turned into a rabbit, because little cloud loved to watch the rabbits dash across the meadow. Then little cloud turned into a hat, because he turned into a clown who needed a hat. Big cloud slowly drifted back, and all the clouds huddled closely together. Little cloud, they called, come back. And little cloud drifted up amongst the clouds, and he was very happy. It's called Little Cloud by Eric Carle. And I am so happy you joined us today. Until next time,